Hello everyone. It's been a while. Hola todas. Hace rato que no aparezco por aquí, and I just want to take this opportunity to come back to you, say hi, Happy New Year. I'm doing great. I have so much to share with you, but today I want to focus on the theme of the week. Please raise your hand if you watched that amazing performance that we had last Sunday. I honestly have not been able to take it out of my mind. I have consumed every little piece of media that is out there from every angle, from every publisher. And there's incredible content now that we have cell phones and that people can show us the show from all different angles. It's really been fascinating. But it's been fascinating as well as a social media professional to go and see the strategy behind the show and how the artist and the people behind the show, the creative direction of the show, have taken advantage of so many little details to make the best of this performance and to sort of like enlarge the effect of what the show has been. And I want to talk to you about that because I think as business owners, we always want to have new ideas, and we always want to know how to apply strategies, really effective strategies to our own business. And I think I just kind of want to break down a little bit of what they have done from a strategy standpoint, and then you guys probably can learn from this. So, first of all, let's just replay a little bit of that performance. I have it on mute, but hello, Shakira. How awesome is this? I'll tell you later about the story of how I met Shakira, I think a year and a half ago. It was epic. But let's talk about social media and strategy. Okay, so first of all, one of the things that both of the artists did was, and they did it really well. I think they probably could have done a little bit more, but I think they did pretty well, was create anticipation. So if you go back and look at what they did in terms of creating a buzz around the show, creating a buzz about the day coming up, showing very little sneak peeks of what it was there to come. Obviously, there's a lot of interviews that they do before the show, but in general, I think they use the channels of social media to create anticipation. One of the things that they did, especially J.Lo, and I thought it was absolutely genius, is that she brought a TikTok superstar. I forget her name because I just got into TikTok, but she brought a very famous TikToker, let's say, and she's adorable, to one of the rehearsals. And of course, this brought incredible synergy and incredible feeling of collaboration between this newcomer and, let's say, she's a dancer, and obviously she doesn't have such a huge profile as J.Lo does. And it was the cutest. It was the cutest to see her rehearsing with J.Lo, and to go and to do a challenge, which J.Lo did before the show and Shakira did after the show. Think about strategy, and it was just genius. I thought it was so cute. And actually, because of that, I started to join the TikTok movement that I will tell you a little bit more about later. So, create anticipation, huge, super important in social media. Number 2, show behind the scenes. And I think that both artists are doing that, most of it now after the show, because of course the show is super secret, but now they have released incredible footage of the behind the scenes, and of course everybody's watching because the show was so powerful. Everybody's watching, so showing behind the scenes of what you do, what you're about to do, your event, or what you're doing behind the scenes in terms of what you do for your business is so clever and so good for social media content. Number 3, of course, think about creating viral content. And I think Shakira did this so geniusly. And I thought it was so clever because she actually created a piece within the show that created controversy because it was so strange to so many people. But it actually associated her background roots, which are Lebanese, and Colombian, so that with the little with her tongue, which actually is a sign of celebration, and if I am not mistaken, it's actually a sign of some sort of blessing that they give when they're celebrating, marriages or special celebrations in the Middle East. So I thought in Colombia we use it in Barranquilla in the carnival as well, but I think I really associated immediately with her Lebanese background. And of course, it's super strategic because she's doing it so people can create memes, so people can everybody was like, what the F, what is this about? People went and researched and said, it was just hilarious. And there were so many incredible, creative memes that they did of this little piece of the show. And of course, that is genius because she's creating viral content that is going to enhance and endure the effect of the show. Super brilliant. Number 4, create controversy. And I think, a lot of people were very upset with some of, let's say, the pole dancing and all that happened in the show. And I completely understand. I lived in Texas, and I understand the conservative mindset of the American people, and I completely understand. But this was done in Miami. Hello, Miami. And it was done by artists that culturally don't associate that with necessarily something wrong, but they see it as they associate it with their words with culture, their incredible ability to choreograph. I saw it from that angle, and of course I'm super biased, so I'm not gonna go more into detail with that, but I would say that is also part of the strategy. They want to create controversy because they want to spark conversation. They want to spark conversation with everybody in different segments of the world. And I thought, that is also part of how showbiz do it. So that's another element of strategy there. Number 5, launch a challenge. Like I said, Jennifer did it before the show, Shakira did it after the show, and I have to say the Champeta challenge is killing it. I love it. Obviously, every time I hear it in the media, my heart beats super hard because it is my music, it is our music from our country. So of course I am super inspired and super excited to see people from Japan and people from every part in the world, from Japan, from the Middle East, from South America, from Europe, from Asia, for crying out loud, dancing my music. Absolutely incredible, super, super exciting, and that makes me incredibly proud. And I thought, obviously, that choreography was one of my favorites. So definitely launch a challenge, super clever strategy when you wanna do social media. Number 6, be inclusive. And this is so huge. I mean, the way they created the show, they really went into detail to bring components of the show that were going to talk to different audiences. So I thought bringing into Bad Bunny and J Balvin was so genius because they were obviously going to speak to another segment, to millennials especially, that love reggaeton and that maybe they don't really listen to J-Lo, Shakira's music, but they definitely listen to J Balvin and Bad Bunny. So I thought that was so clever. And of course, it was pretty cool to have 2 Puerto Ricans and 2 Colombians perform on the platform. Absolutely huge. I thought, obviously, bringing the components of all the different cultures that Shakira did. She danced so many different types of music, and they were all representative of her roots, Colombian roots and Middle Eastern roots. And I thought that was super clever as well because she knew she was going to touch people's hearts from different parts and angles of the world. And I think that's completely strategy. That's just so clever. You want to make the best of those 15 minutes that you have. And lastly, but super important, enhance collaboration. I think the biggest lesson of this show to me and what it spoke super incredibly loud is the message was woman empowerment, collaboration, and inclusivity. And I think they did that beautiful, the way they hugged at the end and the way both shows complemented each other so well. It was really, really a great duo bomba, and I thought it was just absolutely genius how they thought about bringing this super powerful woman together to make a statement, and they definitely did. So that's my take, and I really hope this strategic points will help with your own strategy for your own social media. There's so many lessons that we can learn from the people that are professionals at this, but at the end of the day, I think it all comes to connecting with your audience, connecting with your community, connecting with the hearts of the people that listen to you. That's huge. And I think that's why I love social media so much, because we can get so close to the people that we admire and that inspired us, and we can be part of these communities of like-minded people, and that's what I love the most. So please let me know in the comments section, how many times have you seen the show? I mean, I honestly have lost count. How many times have you seen the show? And I have it on repeat, and I probably have seen it maybe 500 times. Let me know in the comments, and I highly recommend you check out the footage that they have from the behind the scenes from people that had cell phones. It was incredible to see some of the footage on YouTube of how they passed the microphone to J-Lo, how they undressed her to do her next outfit, or how they set up the poles. I mean, it was just insane to see it from behind the scenes. It was an incredible production of incredible creative people, and I am super proud of Shakira and J Balvin and my people singing, dancing, and of course, all the dancers from my hometown. I don't know if you know this, but they were dancers from my hometown that I actually have met, and these guys are incredible. I'm super proud of them, and I'm gonna go see them in a couple of weeks because they're gonna have a show here with some of their major performances, and it's gonna be really fun to see them again. So have a great Sunday, and I will be coming back here to say hi and to give you some more great social media content. All right, bye.